They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and very short, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Throwing Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Cooks on a quick slant. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about... physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And a fair catch call for it made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense ball pressured that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now here's Ross. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A 62-yard punt return. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First down.
Looking to throw. Jones. Dancing to his left. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Herbert now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Brings up second and goal at the Chargers' 3-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down and goal. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Chargers take over first and 10. Their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Herbert slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second down, back to Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 12 yards on the return that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And this throw will be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Charger TD. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game that we end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Here's Jones on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Jones on 1st and 10. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And some room to work. 20. 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He got 29 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll take it inside the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 24, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Buying time to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score. Chargers 42. Broncos 35.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. In motion right comes Allen. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the Chargers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close.